Men are now proud of belonging to a conquering nation, and without a mom, they lay down their persons and their wealth, if by so doing, they may fend off subjection. Don't read a quote and say this is wise. Read a quote and say, how can I relate this to my life? Your words start to lose value when your actions don't match. Recognizing a problem is half the success in solving it. At some point, you just got to forgive the past. Your happiness hinges on it. Mostly, people will treat you according to their needs and greed. Passion is great, but not a cure-all. We were given the commandment to love your neighbor as yourself. Don't be afraid of a shadow. It just means there's a light nearby. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. Breathe deeply and appreciate the moment. Living in the moment could be the meaning of life. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. We grow fearless by walking into our fears. A real entrepreneur is somebody who has no safety net underneath them. Your vibe attracts your tribe. He travels the fastest who travels alone. Out of difficulties grow miracles. Storms hit your weaknesses but unlock your true strength. Pain makes you stronger. Tears make you braver. Heartbreak makes you wiser. So thank the past for a better future. The magic you are looking for is in the work you are avoiding. It is not by muscle, speed, or physical dexterity that great things are achieved, but by reflection, force of character, and judgment. What worries you masters you. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. You have to accept whatever comes, and the only important thing is that you meet it with the best you have to give. If you are impatient, life will always be harder. Your past is a place to learn and grow, not a place to live. Endings make way for new beginnings. You don't find your purpose somewhere else. You create your purpose exactly where you are, and you bear meaning to it. It is only for those without hope that hope is given. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. Don't discourage those who are doing. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Reflection and the gaining of knowledge is power. Without the means of either, you are powerless. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. For those who believe in God, most of the big questions are answered. But for those of us who can't readily accept the God formula, the big answers don't remain stone written. Keep things at arm's length. If you let anything come too near, you want to hold on to it, and there is nothing a man can hold on to. The future is always beginning now. Life is just a race against time, so have a good time. Everyone at some time or another sits down to a banquet of consequences. What people say does not matter. It's not your fault things are the way they are. You need to have faith in yourself, be brave, and take risks. It's better to have $480 in a wallet that costs $20 than to have $20 in a wallet that costs $480. To remain in solitude is to deprive oneself of this kindling. Emotion, which is suffering, ceases to be suffering as soon as we form a clear and precise picture of it. Time passes slowly when you follow it. It senses being followed. Love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. A goal without a plan is just a wish. If the world was blind, how many people would you impress? If you don't have many friends, that means you have a lot of life experience. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, "I'm possible." Hence, You can make any impossible thing possible by yourself only. Stop wasting time on women. Don't chase women. Instead, focus on your growth, values, and cultivating kindness. The right person will find their way to you at the perfect moment without the need for chasing. Show respect even to people who don't deserve it, not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours. To be successful, you must accept all challenges that come your way. You can't just accept the ones you like. Stay calm. You've been through this before. You'll get through it again. The only person that cares about your hopes and dreams is you. The only person that is going to make them happen is you. The free soul is rare, but you know it when you see it, basically because you feel good, very good, when you're near or with them. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines. A planless goal is just a wish. The greatest suspense of life is not knowing who is praying for you and who is playing with you. Go where you are appreciated, not just tolerated. By perseverance, the snail reached the ark. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. You may have had unfair things happen to you, but the depth of your pain is an indication of the height of your future. Being deluded and scared will make you suffocate. Being honest with yourself and responsible will make you breathe. Never sell out and trust your instincts. Also, most importantly, never take loved ones for granted. The longer you live alone, the less the crowd appeals. The less you need others to fill the silence, the more you find peace in solitude's whispers. Every failure is a step closer to success. You can't put a price on self-respect. The person attempting to travel two roads at once will get nowhere. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. An unexamined life is not worth living. If we all did the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. The bee doesn't waste its time trying to convince the fly that honey is better than nothing. Your greatest self has been waiting your whole life. Don't make it wait any longer. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Be careful the stories you're telling yourself about your current circumstances. No matter how nice and friendly you are, some people will dislike you no matter what you do. Don't waste your time on them. I believe every human has a finite number of heartbeats. I don't intend to waste any of mine. Things get bad for all of us almost continually, and what we do under constant stress reveals who or what we are. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. It is a reflection of your lack of willpower, discipline, and your poor life choices. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. I have always liked visiting women more than when they are visiting me. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Nothing is irreplaceable. A habit is not a need. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't wait for something good to happen. Realize that there are no participation trophies in life. Go out and do something for yourself. Success comes from action. Don't be afraid to give up the good for the great. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your journey. Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. Your mind gives up a lot faster than your body. Do your best and trust the process. The harder you work, the luckier you'll get. Start prioritizing your mental health instead of adjusting to toxic spaces. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient and trust the process. You need to learn how to select your thoughts just the same way you select your clothes every day. This is a power you can cultivate. Be yourself. No approval needed. The measure of a man is the way he bears up under misfortune. If you give up on your dreams, what's left? You cannot find peace by avoiding life. Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing and your attitude when you have everything. Time is but the space between our memories. As soon as we cease to perceive this space, time has disappeared. Overcome the notion that you must be regular. It robs you of the chance to be extraordinary. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Man was born free, and he is everywhere in chains. Those who think themselves the masters of others are indeed greater slaves than they. Without work, all life goes rotten, but when work is soulless, life stifles and dies. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. You only get one body. Take care of it. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Be worn out, and you will stay new. This doesn't mean you need to suppress your emotions. Just don't let them get the better of you. You owe nothing to your younger self, but you owe everything to your present self. Two extremes in youth education should be avoided: too much austerity and too much sweetness. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. When good nature is lost, justice appears. We do not remember days, we remember moments. No matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. The fewer possessions you own, the happier and less burdened you will be in your life. Our friends show us what we can do. Our enemies teach us what we must do. Be patient and tough. Someday, this pain will be useful to you. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. The harder you work, the luckier you'll get. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Do something every day for no other reason than you would rather not do it, so that when the hour of dire need draws nigh, it may find you not unnerved and untrained to stand the test. If you haven't the strength to impose your own terms upon life, then you must accept the terms it offers you. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. You have two choices: evolve or repeat. Life becomes easier and more beautiful when we can see the good in other people. Forget what hurt you, but never forget what it taught you. Sometimes you can't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through the eyes of others. You're never too old to cut people out of your life. Be yourself. People don't have to like you, and you don't have to care. Honesty is the best of all the lost arts. We have so much to say, and we shall never say it. People will walk in and out of your life, and those you least expect will become past remembrances of a temporary time you once thought was permanent. Low self-esteem is like driving through life with your handbrake on. You can't expect everyone to be good to you, and at the same time, you can't be good to everyone. What is life? It is a flash of a firefly in the night. It is a breath of a buffalo in the wintertime. It is as the little shadow that runs across the grass and loses itself in the sunset. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art. It has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things which give value to survival. You are willing to pay those payments with pain, because pain is just a message when you are fixing something that's insufficient in your life. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Do everything for family, but expect nothing from it, not even from your spouse. You'll have bad times, but it'll always wake you up to the good stuff you weren't paying attention to. We must be willing to let go of the life we've planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. When it seems all is lost, you find what you really need. Very often, a change of self is needed more than a change of scene. Be kind, but don't be a doormat. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. The less you need, the better you feel. Failure is a bend in the road, not the end of the road. Learn from failure and keep moving forward. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. The most ridiculous desire is the desire to please everybody. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.